Hello and welcome to the second part of my vlog focused on the perfect open day talk. I'm Penny Eccles and I want to start with a little story. As part of my dining table set, I used to have a lovely old rustic bench. It was wooden and it wasn't straight and it was charming. However, I have two small children and it didn't take long for me to realise that the bench and two small children were not compatible because they would gently swing back and forward on the bench and somebody would end up crying on the floor. So being the responsible mother that I am, I reluctantly decided to sell my lovely, quirky old bench. And I was very careful when I crafted the advert because I needed to make sure that people knew it wasn't a flawless piece of furniture, but that was part of its charm. I posted the advert and 15 minutes later it sold. Tick for me. So later that evening, the buyer came to look at her bench. She was delighted. It was exactly what she wanted. But as she was leaving, my 7-year-old son decided to offer her a gem of advice. He said, "Well, I hope you don't have children because that thing is a death trap." Thanks, William. So I quickly ushered her out of the house. She was a bit bewildered and confused, but she was perfectly satisfied that that was a reasonable bench and she paid her money and left. And I did have a little chuckle to myself because my son was doing exactly what I advise people not to do at open day talks. And it's something that I like to call leakage. It's where you have a thought in your head. It might be a negative thought. You know you've got to deliver a very important talk or presentation and you're telling yourself, do not say that thing. But somehow you're compelled to blurt it out. And I have seen a lot of examples of this at open day talks. Leakage examples are when the presenter will say something like, "I'm sorry you've got me after lunch and I'll try and do my best," before they start their talk. Or they'll say, "I'm not very good at technology, so let's all keep our fingers crossed that the technology works and we don't have to call IT. Please excuse the corporate slides, marketing made me do it." Now, welcome today. Really, you should have had the course leader, but he's on holiday. So sadly, you've got me. And I've seen a lot of those, strangely enough. And it's quite fascinating to see how the audience responds to that. Why would you make them feel that they're getting second best by having you as compare? This is your £1 million pitch. And if you don't know what I mean by that, please look at the previous vlog where we talk about that. The only way you can combat this is to practice, practice, practice. Practice with your peers, with your family, before delivering that all-important talk. It is the difference between having an oversubscribed course and one that poorly recruits. I really have seen that amount of difference between the people who've delivered an open day talk. So best of luck, look out for your rocket words, deliver a £1 million pitch, and please, for goodness sake, don't leak. I'll see you in the next vlog. Thank you.